All right, welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Ask Pastor Keith. How are you doing, Pastor Keith?
Doing fine, thank you. How are
Awesome.
you?
I'm doing okay, too. Today's question is it possible to sell your soul to Satan? And if yes, can you still be saved later on in life?
Okay, it's a very interesting question. There are some presumptions and assumptions that are wrong. And I know there are a lot of literature and even movies made on this topic. So I thought it was interesting and that we need to answer that. First of all, the earth is the Lord and all that in it. Scripture says very clearly. And once we die, our soul belongs to God as well. And there's no part that the demon or Satan himself can claim us as his own. In fact, there's a Faustian trade is called, selling one's soul for diabolical benefit. There's nothing that he can do to, make that trade happen. So it is from our mind that, and is nothing in reality. However, when people knowingly or unknowingly align themselves through false religion or allegiances, some fraternity of ancient groups, and things like that, even idolatry, we are aligning ourselves to worship something unworthy of God. And so it is not particularly selling one's spirit, but when we worship something, so in this case, if somebody is selling his soul to Satan, let's say, then actually that person is worshiping his power and his benefit that comes from it. So we can align ourselves, and that's called rebellion. Obviously, those people cannot be saved. So that's why Son of God came to die for us. From even that sin can be forgiven, especially out of ignorance or deception. Once we are aware of our fault, our errors, and we repent before God, and God will forgive that sin. But there's no such thing as selling or trading that went on. The Satan doesn't have power. Only judge is our God, and he cannot claim anything before him. So there is no such thing as selling soul. And if somebody, by mistake or whatever, in a false religion or philosophies or even New Age type of things, even some religions and some groups have this secret ritual where they go through a very complicated way and denouncing what God has said or things like that, and that's aligning. That's rebelliousness, complete rebelliousness. That needs to be repented and forgiven, but it's not an unforgivable sin. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah, so such a thorough answer. Thank you so much, Pastor Keith. And thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Ask Pastor Keith, and we'll see you next time.